Good morning. Believe it or not, this episode of Life of a Songwriter is actually songwriting music related. Amazing, right? Right now, it's nice 7, 8 in the morning because I'm getting ready to head to church because I'm on the worship team this morning. I'm playing backup guitar right now on the worship team, and so that should be fun. Some pretty simple songs, not too difficult, but a lot of fun to play. And yeah, I'll be leaving in just a couple minutes. What's really interesting about this time going is that, unlike other times, I now have my license. So I'm driving to church early by myself, so the rest of my family doesn't have to be up at the crack of dawn like I do. I'm gonna be headed out in about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna quickly pack up my stuff into the car, and then we'll get going. All set. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, what's my morning routine to get ready to go practice with the worship team? And then, play music on the worship team. You're probably not wondering that, but hey, I'm gonna tell you anyway. When I wake up, I hear my alarm, and right now I have my alarm set to play the song I Get This by Sam Bowman, Xander Saus, and Sajan. I forget what the last artist's name is. I don't really listen to him a whole lot. After that, I get out of bed and I go take a shower. And on days like this where it's 37 out, why does it have to be so cold right now? It was warm, and now I have to wear my coat and long sleeves and stuff. I want it to be warm again. Anyway, back to the point. I take a shower, and on days like this, a hot shower felt really, really nice. After my shower, I brush my teeth and, make my bed, make things in my room look nice. Then I head downstairs for breakfast, which was a tasty breakfast, I must say. That's cheesy. I say a lot of cheesy things on this show, but hey, if you're still here, you obviously like me more than the cheesy things. For breakfast, I made, like I normally do, a bowl of oatmeal, and I make it like on the stove, so, get the water boiling, old-fashioned oats, all that. I like it better than quick oats. It's a lot better. I put peanut butter, maple syrup, and milk in it, and that was scrumdiddlyumptious. I also made a coffee while the water started to boil, and, coffees are good. They're a must-have, like, every morning, especially on mornings like these. Okay, probably not a must-have, but pretty close. While eating, I started watching a video on the legality of emulators, video game emulators, because that's been something I've been interested in the last week or so with the whole new Delta Apple emulator app that Apple allows it on their app store. So I've been curious as to the legality of it, because I know a lot of things like downloading ROMs off the internet and all that, that's completely illegal. Still need to finish that video later, but pretty interesting stuff. After I finished eating, I went upstairs and packed up my guitar. Guitar sitting back there on the back seat, all to itself. Then I basically went and told my parents I'm headed out in just a couple minutes. See you guys at church. And I came outside to record that small bit and then, packed up my stuff. But now it's time to start driving. So I'm going to set you guys down, the phone down, and I'll check back in with you guys as soon as I get to the church. See you there. But first, gotta set up some banger music. Pandora's Box by Sam Bowman, let's go! Now, off to church. Arrived! Okay, so I made it to the church. I'm the first one here because I'm here 15 minutes before we have to start. So, we start at 8, but, it's more like get in at 7:55 and start at 8:15, 8:10. But yeah, so I'm here. First off, on the way to the church, I listened to some banger songs, I must say. I listened to some things like Gravity, Weather Boy, Nostalgia, Slam the Brakes. And then I also chose to listen to the song Feel Lonely. Feel Lonely is a song by Sam Bowman. He released it, I think, during quarantine, or right during the pandemic, so everybody was kind of locked up. And if I'm correct, it's one of his first songs he released. That being said, it's not about feeling lonely, but it's about how you don't have to feel lonely. And one of the lines in the song, I've heard it 1,000 times before, but it hit really different this time. The line is, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, nothing they can do will ever hinder me from holding on to you. We're family, and nothing's gonna change that now. In those last lines, we're family and nothing's gonna change that now, it's talking about, like, we're a part of God's family, and we're all connected even though we're all separated. And that made me tear up. I was not expecting that. It just out of nowhere. It's a beautiful song. And it's also a really fun and cool song. I don't tear up very often. In fact, I almost wish I cried more. Like, that sounds bad, but because, like, I feel like I have struggled to cry sometimes when I kind of, like, want to let it out of my chest, you know? But, yeah, I didn't expect that, but it felt good. Well, whoa, there's the thumb. It is 7:48. That was my pointing finger. And there is nobody here at the church yet. We're just chilling and waiting and chillaxing, so that's fun. Why don't I tell you what songs we're going to do? But first, let me check Planning Center to, actually remember what we're doing. We're doing Everlasting God, which is, You are the everlasting God. That song. That's a fun song. The next song is Holy is the Lord. Holy is the Lord, God Almighty, and the earth is filled with His glory. And after that is Lord, I Need You by Matt Maher. Lord, I confess, bowing here, I found my rest. And then I surrender all. I surrender all to Him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, He washed it white as snow. I think Chris, our bass player, just got here, so that makes 2-0. Neither of us have keys to the church, though, so we're still waiting on our pastor. Like I said earlier, this week I'm playing backup guitar, so basically I'm not going to be plugged in. I'm going to be at the back of the stage where the electric guitar player normally is. Him and his wife, who is the main worship leader, have the week off, so I'm just kind of back there playing guitar as well while our pastor plays guitar. Yeah, there's some fun, easy songs. The first one is like C for a while. What did I say the first song is? Everlasting God, that's what it was. But it's like kind of C, then like some F and G. But pretty simple stuff. It's not too fast. And it's a lot of fun stuff. And I've not played the guitar a whole lot recently, so my fingers, they're not super calloused, which would be kind of nice because it makes the strings hurt sometimes. I have my strings really high on my guitar. I haven't changed it since I bought it, and the guy who had it before me, I don't know if this is how he got it or if he adjusted it this way, but the strings sit like, I mean, that's probably not right, but a decent amount off the fretboard, especially the farther down the neck you get. So that's been adjusting, getting used to. But when I play other guitars, it's no big deal because I'm like, gotten used to the pain of mine. Coffee break. Scrumptious coffee. Hey, my pastor just showed up, so now we can get into the church, which is very good because that means we can start practicing. So I'll let you guys know how practice went this morning because, on Wednesday night it went pretty well, and hopefully this morning before service we can really hammer out the rest of that stuff and make it go smooth. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Practice is over. We're done at 8:45-ish, and it went really, really well. We went through all the songs. We had all the singers. We had, obviously, the keyboardist now. So everybody's here, and I think practice went really well. We don't have electric guitar this week, but I still think the songs sound really good. It's more of it almost feels acoustic, with the exception of the keyboard that gives it a little bit more of, like, modern feel because we have some organ and synth in there. I mean, organ's not modern, but synth, But yeah, that all went well, and I'm excited for church service today. But obviously also Sunday school beforehand, and our worship pastor is actually preaching the message this week because she's, studying to become a pastor in the Nazarene church. So that's really cool too. She's preached a couple times, and I've always enjoyed the sermons she's had, so I'm excited for what we're going to hear this time. And that's a wrap for this vlog, this episode of Life of a Songwriter. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little music-related episode. It's been, only half of them, I think, are music-related. Or maybe it's a little bit more. I can't remember. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video or podcast episode. As always, keep on writing. Hey, you're in the end card. If you enjoyed today's video, consider checking out one of the other videos on the screen. On the left side, you can see a video that YouTube thinks you'll like out of everything I've made, and on the right side, you'll find a playlist of the rest of the Life of a Songwriter videos, which you should definitely check out. And hey, most of my viewers are not subscribed, so would you consider supporting the channel and hitting the subscribe icon in the middle of the screen? It really does help. Thanks for listening to this video, or watching, you know what I mean, and I'll catch you in the next one.